So welcome back to this week's first episode of Faithful Friday. Today's case, we're actually going to Georgia. This case isn't actually as well known. There's not really a lot of information. The sources that I could find regarding the story basically say the same thing over and over again. Some of them literally copy and paste. And so, of course, sources down below for what I could find. And let's just go and get started.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So, of course, this case we're actually going to start off with the mother of the victim. We got Trinity Grace Pittman. Apparently, she was 23 at the time this murder happened. I don't have an exact date of birth or anything like that. I don't even have a date of birth for our victim or our other killer. Again, no information found. I guess the information will come out later after they get sentenced and stuff. So I guess, of course, the mother, we got Trinity Grace Pittman. She starts dating this guy named Jeremy Davis, who went by the nickname Lucky. She has a 20-month-old son by the name of Connor Perry, and then apparently she also has like a 4-year-old. I think the sources say the 4-year-old is a daughter. Who knows? I mean, the child's a minor. Obviously, they're not going to reveal the child's name for good reasons. Basically, we're going to get to the fateful day. It is October 25th, 2019. 911 would be called. They are told that Connor, the 20-month-old, so almost 2, pretty much, he would get into a trampoline accident because he had injuries, and they were trying to say his injuries were caused by a trampoline accident. Obviously, they do a little autopsy. They test him. It's not consistent with a trampoline accident. So, of course, Trinity and Jeremy are both interrogated. And their answers are both inconsistent with his injury. Trinity would say that Connor fell in the house and hit his head. So she placed him in the bed and sprinkled some water on him and then just went to work like nothing happened. Of course, while Trinity is at work, Jeremy is apparently babysitting the 2 kids. Jeremy would apparently send a picture to Trinity of Connor around 7 p.m. They would FaceTime later in the night, which is apparently that's where Connor started breathing irregularly. So then, of course, he was rushed to the hospital, like I said, and he died around 11 p.m. And they both had done a polygraph test, and apparently the polygraph test had actually exposed their involvement in his death, because again, he had died. I guess he died before they did the polygraph test. So his autopsy reports will, of course, come back. His autopsy reports will come back as blunt force trauma to the head and stomach, subdural hemorrhage, a fractured jaw, knocked out teeth, old and new bruises, and a black eye, and gouge marks on his back. So the medical examiner had said that he believed that Connor had suffered from shaken baby syndrome, and that's what caused the hemorrhaging on his eye and his optic nerve. There was also trauma to the bowels, spine, and torso. Blood was found on the adrenal gland over the kidneys, and apparently there was even blood in his scrotum. Injuries to his scrotum. A fracture on the maxilla made his brain basically considered useless. So if it wasn't for that fracture, he maybe would have survived, but of course, him not being here anymore, I guess we honestly wouldn't know. So after the autopsy came out, Trinity basically confessed to killing Connor. She would say that she did kill Connor, but she killed Connor basically because he had sold his diaper. Well, she hit Connor, but of course her hitting him caused his death. So basically, because he sold his diaper. I guess because she's meant to be potty trained by now. I don't know. She was arrested and charged with first-degree murder and first-degree child cruelty. She obviously is held on a bond as of right now. And custody of her 4-year-old with 2 relatives. Doesn't say who the relative is, it just says with a relative. 10 months later, Jeremy would be charged with murder as well. And he is also on aggravated battery and child cruelty. He also is held on a bond, and both are currently awaiting trial. So while they technically haven't even been sentenced yet, the fact that they are on a bond, there's a good chance they're going to be in jail for at least a good minute. So I guess if I hear any updates to this case, which I doubt I will, but if I do, I guess I'll definitely let you guys know. And so yeah, that's it for this first case of Faithful Friday, and I'll see you with the next one. Bye.
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion. Even though I offer all of the solutions, I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you, I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish